Should be up. Shalom. Shalom. Up.
All right. Well, you're asking, is it up, or you just saying it's up?
I'm saying it's up.
Okay, come. All right, Shalom.
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 First and foremost, before we get started, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem,
God,
Yahushua, Ba'ashem, B'Katash.
double honors to the apostles and others of GMS is pushing his word through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shema God. Nashville camp, back in another Nashville camp lesson, man. And, we really just going to talk about, what's really going on, more a current event lesson, as you may get better understanding of what's going on in Sri Lanka. Basically, one thing that if you're in tune to what's going on, you what you see going on in Sri Lanka is honestly what's happening and developing that's going to happen in Babylon, right here in Babylon, aka America. All right, which a couple of things, the chaos reigning of the people, violence ramping in the streets, which that's honestly happening right now. Food decrease, the economy plummeting, which really all these things are happening now. But like I told brothers before we started, the Lord is showing us a prelude of what's happening in these other countries, these other areas, before it actually hits the smackdown in full effect in Babylon. Because Babylon is going to get it the worst. All right, because we see how it looks bad, but it's going to be way, way, way worse here in Babylon, man. So brothers can go ahead and start. Whoever had the
Matthew 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
And these people out here are getting worse and worse, man. All right, we're coming to a time now where people are going to start fighting for things. We already saw the first go round when the first pandemic came to the scene. People were fighting over toilet paper and what was it toilet paper, Germex, or hand soap or whatever, or something like that. People were already going nuts over that. So when the lack of food, which that's decreasing as well, the lack of food is in full effect. That real deal famine takes in. A lot of people are going to lose their mind, man. As one of the elders in Chicago said in the lesson he did earlier, a lot of people are going to be walking around being angry, man. We're going to see a lot of people just constantly in angry spirit, all right, because it's about to become a big struggle of living, Cost of everything is going up, and a lot of people can't afford what they used to afford. Whoever got it, go ahead.
Whoever got what? What? Precept?
Yeah, precept, Slocky. Whoever had it, go ahead.
Second Ezra 15. Which I was laying back too on what you were saying about the was not last year. 2020.
Yeah.
When the whole pandemic first kicked up, and you seen the reaction of the people, with hand sanitizer, tissue, cleaning products, so on and so forth. And I wanted to, get a picture, but just really, let's see if I can blow this bitch up. But there's really gonna be, you got to keep in account too a Black Friday, and how these people act on that day, man. People trample each other, niggas be getting shot,
Yep.
stabbed and shit over because you got the last 50-inch, for $80. So if they're acting once again like, laying back what the brother said, they're acting like that over um, items that aren't really that important. Imagine, things that are truly important.
Right.
You got go ahead, bro. With that.
Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. One or 20?
You start. You can read 1 and 2 and then jump to 14.
Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
Yep.
cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Right. And as it says, and yeah, as it says, written in paper, they're faithful and true. So the prophets of the Heavenly Father are out here speaking to, you people, all right, telling you these things before they already happen, man. All right. Going into the definition of prophecy, to speak before, okay, to tell before. We're telling you about the bad times that are going to come to Babylon the Great, as you people know, as America, and we're showing you the examples through the Spirit that the Most High is setting up across the globe. Like Sri Lanka, when back a couple years ago, it was France, I believe, when it was the uproar in France.
Yep.
Uh, it was a couple countries, yeah, Australia, a couple countries down south where they had the money. In Venezuela, yeah, they had the money thrown in the street, you know. So we're telling you all these things are going to come to America. All right, go ahead.
Jumping down to verse 14, second Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. To the world and them that dwell therein.
Yep.
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Yeah.
For there shall be sedition among men.
Can somebody get the word for sedition? Finish it up. Read it again and then finish it up.
Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, in invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
They should not regard their kings nor princes. A lot of people, they fuck what the government saying and fuck what your vice president and so on and so forth, man. Hey, it is what it is. At the end of the day, they're not going to regard any laws, of the land. We're coming into a day where the laws of the land are not going to be intact.
We're coming to a time where it's survival of the fittest. A lot of people are going to be going off their own judgments. They're going to say to hell with their neighbors. They're going to say to hell with the president. They're going to say to hell with the police, which people are already doing that. It's just going to wax worse and worse. And the coming days that we're coming into, it's only going to get worse from here on out, man. It's building up. These are evil. These are the evil days that are growing upon the planet Earth, as it talks about in Ezekiel, the 7th chapter. I got something to connect.
I had that definition for sedition.
Oh yeah, you can. It's locked in.
You got it in Google?
I got it in Google.
Oh yeah, get it in Google. He got, and the brother got the etymology. You got the etymology.
I also have it in this language.
We're gonna get all three of them. Yeah, we're gonna see how if it's different. Go ahead, Kaya.
All right, cut. The sedition it reads conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch.
Read that again.
It says conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or a monarch.
Yeah, so people are gonna start rebelling, against the leadership that's set before them, if you will. We're coming to the point where nobody's gonna give a fuck about Esau Edom laws, man. Because, like the brother stated, it's gonna be survival of the fittest. All right, go ahead with that.
It says mid 14th century concerted attempt to overthrow civil authority.
Yeah.
Violent strife between factions, civil or religious disorder, riot, rebelliousness against authority.
Yeah.
I got the definition for concerted.
Yeah.
Jointly arranged, planned, or carried out, coordinated.
It's gonna be a coordinated rebellion, man.
Especially from Edomites.
Yeah, because what you already see, they're getting upset about the government coming down on their gun laws.
Yeah.
So they ain't trying to hear none of that shit, man.
All right.
So through the Spirit, it's just gonna crank up. So that rebellion amongst men is going to increase as the days go by, and we're seeing small fractions of it. You're getting examples from Sri Lanka, France, and Venezuela, and so on and so forth. But is slowly but surely approaching America. It is coming to a theater near you.
Yep.
That nigga loud as hell in the back in the commercial. Coming soon to a theater. This is what's happening.
All right.
Go ahead, y'all. What's up?
This is on the Black's Law Dictionary, 8th edition, for the word sedition. It says noun, an agreement, communication, or other preliminary activity aimed at inciting treason or some lesser commotion against public authority. It says advocacy aimed at inciting or producing, and likely to incite or produce imminent lawless action. They have an excerpt down here. It says sedition. This perhaps the very vaguest of all offenses known to the criminal law is defined as the speaking or writing of words calculated to excite disaffection against the constitution by law established, to procure the alteration of it by other than lawful means, or to incite any person to commit a crime to the disturbance of the peace, or to raise discontent or disaffection,
Yeah,
or to promote ill feeling between different classes of the community.
they're doing. These are things that is going on. You see it through the jab movement. You got the jabbers and the anti-jabbers.
Yep.
Now what do you have? The pro-abortion and the anti-abortion. There's that separation being created amongst the people,
I
and
got
so
a precept out.
everybody is going to be completely against what the hell the government got to say. Go ahead.
All right, this is Luke 12, and I start at 49, and this is in red. Yahweh Shah speaking says, I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I if it be already kindled? And I'm gonna go down to verse 51. It says, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you nay, but rather division.
Yeah, so through the spirit, Yahweh is coming to send division, man, or to
Yeah.
bring division. Which is already here. Which really through the spirit, you're separating the righteous and the unrighteous, man. That's
Hmm.
the ultimate division. But then even amongst that, like I said, you going the Most High. Hey, he's working a beautiful work, man. You know, like I said, that's how you know this place ain't gonna be able to stand because it's the scripture speak about Satan be against Satan.
Yep.
How can he stand? Roughly paraphrasing.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, you gonna
Yeah,
say something?
yeah. Even if you just think about it on a carnal level, when you clean up your house, it's division because you're gonna have the stuff you're gonna keep, stuff you're gonna throw away.
Hmm.
Even when you're washing your clothes, you got division. You have your colors,
And your whites.
you have your whites. So the
Yep.
Lord is not bringing everybody together. Everything you do in life is always division. The stuff you're gonna keep, the stuff you're gonna throw away. Esau, your ass getting thrown the fuck away.
Yeah,
And the elect of the nation Israel, the Lord going to keep them and bring them up in the chariot. So it's always division. No matter what you do in life, you always separating things you want to keep. Hey, even in the camps, brothers that stand in the camp, and then brothers that get cast off. So it's always a separation. You're gonna keep the good, and the bad, you're gonna cast it out. So that's the
yeah,
word. But go ahead.
that's how the Most High deals, man. He separated the nations. He gave every nation their own allotted land.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Most High is not about mingling. He's not about. That's why you don't mix fabrics. You know what I'm saying? But people don't understand those things.
I
Uh,
had that Isaiah 19. If
Go
Uh,
ahead.
yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, I got it. Isaiah 19. I'm just gonna go straight to the point in 2. So Isaiah 19 verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
Read that
Yep.
again. Salakia.
Okay, come. Isaiah 19 verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
No, no, you was gonna say something?
Yeah, I would say that's
Yeah.
that's it, because that's our people. Like you said, like you called said earlier, you got the jab and then the anti-jab. You got the guys about the gun law and they're not about the gun law. Then you got people that are anti-abortion versus the abortion. You know, that's the Egyptians fighting against the Egyptians, man. You know, these Babylonians against these Babylonians. Everybody's coming to a disagreement. You know, and I had something really connect with that, and even connect with Yahweh pulled from Second Ezra 15, Second Ezra 6:24. You can read down to 28, but I'm getting straight to the point. Second Ezra 6:24. And at this time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. And another example I wanted to add, with the jab and the unjab, you said you knew a woman a while back that either she got kicked out or she was threatened to get kicked out for not taking the jab. You know, it says friends that you have to fight like enemies, friends and families. There's going to be a separation between them. There's going to be a separation between the chipped and the unchipped. You know, division. A lot of things. A lot of people are going to be. Not everybody's going to be joining hand to hand anymore, man. You're going to be having issues with family members and close friends, man. That's the time we're into. This is the part of the book of Matthew 24 and 12. The people shall wax worse and worse. You know. Yes, your family's going to have issues with you too. Go ahead.
Come on. Malachi, go ahead. What you got?
Luke chapter 12, verse 51. It's in red. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division.
Yeah, because the contrary to popular belief, okay, the Christian doctrine is that the Lord is coming back to bring peace on earth, which through the Spirit, Yahweh, you know, if brothers can receive it, man, Yahweh Shai is coming back to bring peace on the earth, true peace. The problem is niggas don't know the definition of peace. Niggas don't know the definition of actual love and like I said, peace, so on and so forth. Okay, but Yahweh Shai is not coming back to bring peace. He's coming back to bring division, man. You know? So that the doctrine of Christianity, that's when you simply throw it out the window.
Trying to Christianity's trying to bring peace onto the wicked. The Lord said there's no peace onto the wicked.
Yeah.
There's actually a character from the show Naruto called Pain, and he's trying to bring peace to the world, but the way he does it, the way he has it planned out, everybody's against, so they try to stop him because the plan he has, he's going to destroy all the villages and beat them into submission to force them into a peaceful society, and that's what Yahweh Shai is going to do. It says in righteousness he will judge and make war, and because Yahweh Shai is the master of strategy. But Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Esau Edom used divide and conquer on us. Yahweh Shai is dividing his kingdom so he can easily take it down. Not to say he couldn't, otherwise, but
this place is built upon just like you said, essentially bringing up the wicked. You know, everybody that's a wicked nigga has a chance for the kingdom of heaven as long as you repent and accept, as they say, Jesus as your Lord and Savior. And it doesn't work like that. You know, it doesn't work like that. You got something?
Yeah. I got a definition in the scripture because this is why a lot of the division is starting to bring forth, starting to appear. Because really, it was always there. America has always been divided, but that the bread and circuses is starting to wear out. People aren't docile anymore. They're not entertained. They're not being submissive onto their higher powers. With bread and circuses, the definition is a diet of entertainment or political policies on which the masses are fed to keep them happy and docile. That's why they try to put out universal laws that it's not controversial. That's why Esau keeps everything PC. But it's the point now where he's got to pick sides with certain legislation, and that's causing people to uproar. As Isaiah 24:11, there's a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone.
Yep.
since the mirth is gone, people aren't really giving a shit about entertainment that's going on. They're starting to be more into political things. You know, the future of this country. You had that World War II veteran that broke out in tears like a punk ass bitch because he said that the men back then didn't. Well, he's an Edomite. He's an Edomite. That's because I would be crying too. But I'm saying that because he's Edomite. But he was saying the men back then in World War II, he didn't die for the country to be like this today. He was crying. They got pictures of him. He was like 100 years old. Yeah.
I got a precept real quick.
Go ahead, up.
Mark 3:24, reading down to verse 26. And you quoted verse 26 earlier,
Who?
you.
Okay.
Mark 3:24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. We can see that this place is not standing still anymore, man. It's literally being broken down piece by piece. You know how you play the game Jenga? When you build up Jenga, you take the pieces apart, and you play until the thing falls apart. That's America. Each piece of the Jenga is being pulled out, right? And once that last place is being that last block being held is pulled, hey, America's falling. You know, it's gonna fall.
So like, the nigga on his last leg, and if I may add to your, to add to your point, and to add to that scripture, proving the rebelliousness of Esau, because they didn't even listen to their top nigga, George Washington. He told them we don't need political parties. And so off rip, soon as that nigga going out the way, then you got the damn the Whigs and the shit. Damn.
Yeah,
It was the Whigs and the something. Then it turned to, Democrats and Republicans, and it's the same thing back in Rome with the plebeians and patricians.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's already a separation. Yeah. You already have a separation amongst the people. So as that scripture was going into, hey, this kingdom ain't gonna be able to stand.
Right.
But go ahead, brother. Salaki.
Yeah. Even also, then I'll continue on. The Democrats and the Republicans, that's a separation too. You got Republicans, they're Democrat. And you got Democrats, you're a Republican. There's already division right there itself. But this is Mark 3:25. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. That's what you quoted earlier.
Yeah, they were trying to basically apply that to Yahweh Shai. I think they was calling him basically calling him a devil and shit. Because of what was it?
Yeah, it's in Luke.
Yeah, the brother want to hold that and get it. You gotta, call him a demon, call him a devil. Go ahead, you got it.
I got it right here. Luke 11 and 18, but I'm gonna have to read down to the 19th verse. Luke 11, 18, and 19. If Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand? Because you say that I cast out devils through Beelzebub, and if by Beelzebub cast out devils, by whom do your sons cast them out? Therefore shall they. Y'all hear that buzzing?
That was I had received the call and declined it.
Okay.
Salaki.
It's all good. I thought it was on game show. Verse 19. Luke 11:19. And if by Beelzebub cast out devils, by whom do your sons cast them out? Therefore shall they be your judges. Like you were saying, Jake was saying that the Lord was casting out demons by Satan. That's like, as a previous precept, Satan can't cast out demons by Satan, because here it is, Esau is putting enchantments on Jacob. So they're not going to take the enchantments off of Jacob. So they're not. So when they put all this witchcraft on Jacob, they're not turning around. It'd be counterproductive. If they got Jake selling dope, killing each other, they're not going to turn around and give them the cure. That's Satan casting out Satan. No, they're going to leave Jake in that fucking dumbed down state. Like as you were saying, the Lord saying he's not casting out demons through Satan.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
Yep. And it won't stand. And
It won't stand.
That's how America is going. You know. Yes, huh? Go ahead.
Revelations 18:7, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
Hmm.
I said that Edomites. They don't believe they gonna go through anything. They don't believe they gonna catch any type of hell or none of that. But realistically, through the spirit, what it speaks about in Obadiah, this will I bring ye down, saith the Lord. Roughly paraphrase. Man. All
That's
right.
part of the torment and sorrow.
Yeah.
That's part of the manifold plagues that's going to come upon this place.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's
I
one
got
of
a
the
precept.
million things that's happening right now in America. All these facilities, these processing plants that are burned down, that's just going to hit your damn store soon here.
Right.
Just wait.
That's part of that famine, you know, which is driving people going crazy. People don't start stealing food at a high rate because they can't afford it. No more income is coming in, so people gonna start stealing, fighting, taking shit out of other people's carts. You know,
That's
that, that
that loving many wax and cold.
yeah,
Your neighbor's not gonna be your
Oh, you
neighbor.
got to get that now.
right.
You know,
After Yahweh brings over
your neighbor's not gonna be your
Yeah,
neighbor
that's
for so much longer. Go ahead, y'all. Then y'all what's up? Got something?
This is Luke 11:17. But he, knowing their thoughts, said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. Which desolation goes into the word destruction. And a house divided against a house falleth.
Right. A house divided. What it say again, Salaki?
House divided against a house falleth.
Right. So once just backing up the precepts brothers bringing out and the points brothers are making. You know what I'm saying? This place can't stand simply because it's divided against itself.
the
This
foundation is corrupt.
yeah. The foundation. When you go into building a house, the foundation is everything. You have to have stable. Fuck. What's the word? Damn, I can't remember. But you basically stable.
Stable.
Columns and shit like that. Those things have to be stable. Your wall
Measurements
structure.
have to be accurate.
Yeah.
What is built on itself. Because the Lord
You
talks
know,
about a house built upon sand versus a rock.
because they built. When you build a house, you start with the just the basic shit.
The foundation.
Yeah, the foundation. You start with the foundation, man. But America's foundation is wickedness. So
Hmm.
it's crumble from the inside. One earthquake, that shit going. You know.
I got a precept on that.
You saw what?
Great definition.
All right, go lawyer. Go ahead and then you run with your definition of your precept. Go ahead.
So you had said that basically America's foundation was wickedness. I was in Isaiah 47, and I want to bring out this Isaiah 47:10 because this is going into Babylon. And really, I could start up, but I'm not. Isaiah 47:10 it says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, and it hath perverted thee." And thou hast said in thy heart, I am and none else beside me. And that's going into that pride, that America had, and it's being broken, And when you read up above, it goes into how basically, America is going to go through tribulation, so to speak.
Yep. Come.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
This is from lawinsider.com. Structurally sound means substantially free from flaw, defect, decay, or deterioration to the extent that the building or structure or structural member is capable of adequately or safely accomplishing the purpose for which it was intended or designed. And I was just going into what you just said, man. This place was so great, then it wouldn't be crumbling the way it is. But we know that this place is built off of wickedness. I think it's Habakkuk 2 and it was like 12. Woe to them that
Yeah.
establish the seed by blood.
Yeah.
This place is all wicked as hell, man. So it has to be destroyed. This place was all Christian like and sugar plums and gumdrops, we would look outside and see, unpolluted, we breathe unpolluted air, we would have unpolluted water to drink, we'd have nice food to eat that nourishes our bodies and help us to grow.
Proverbs 29 too.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
When the wicked bear, when the righteous are in authority, people rejoice. But when the big wicked bear rule, the people mourn, man. Because this place is not structurally sound, like the brother was saying. It's built upon wickedness. Wickedness is the knowledge of wickedness, but it's not wisdom, and the counsel of sinners is not prudence. Let me get that scripture.
Yeah, come. That's how you know it's the wicked, because of just the way that they approach you with these things, man. They approach you with this doctrine of peace and safety and uh, tranquility. That's a correct word to use. They approach you with a doctrine of everything's all good. And then even when they talk to you about heaven, yeah, everybody's gonna be rejoicing. But if we continue to follow you niggas, we would be put to death.
We're waiting for heaven, and what is this?
Exactly.
Because what is this?
And nobody's able to answer that question.
Oh,
because we'll tell you that hell is a condition, heaven is a condition. Oh no, that ain't it. So why are we waiting on heaven then? We're waiting on our kingdom to be implemented on earth. We're not, so we're waiting for heaven, but we know about the conditions, man, of heaven and hell. Go ahead.
This is a scripture I quoted, Ecclesiastes 19, verse 22. It says, "The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence. There is a wickedness and the same an abomination, and there is a full wanting of wisdom."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Basically, that was the scripture I quoted to go along with what the lesson is saying. Because this place is not structurally sound, it's built upon wickedness. Because you got all this, like Kyle said, you got all these witchcrafts, you got all these enchantments, all this perverseness that has been mingled in Egypt, which is Babylon the Great. And because of that, this place has to fall. That's why you're seeing it's no coincidence that everywhere that the philosophy of Babylon the Great, which is pure wickedness, has spread about, they're going to shit hell in a handbasket. Australia, Canada, Sri Lanka, all these places where they have taken on Americanization.
The wine.
The wine, which is Jeremiah 51. The nations are drunken of the wine, therefore they are mad.
Yeah.
It's no wonder that all this shit is going on across the whole globe.
That's why the end result is all those that, roughly paraphrasing, all those that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows. That's going to be the end result, because everybody is seeing the results of following after Babylonian ideologies, man. This place is full of shit, and it's going to continue to be full of shit. Everybody's really figuring it out. Like, wait a minute, these niggas, I thought these was good people. No, they're ass. They're trash people. This is a trash ass nation, and then destroyed. The spirit is going to be put on these nations. You know what? Hey, we need to get rid of these niggas, and really through the spirit, because their idea is, they're gonna get rid of Babylon, and then they're gonna be able to, take over. But that's not gonna be it. But through the spirit, they doing a good work, man. They because their mindset is, once we get rid of these niggas, we gonna have peace, which we will. But it's not gonna be according to you. It's gonna be according to my shot. It ain't gonna be according to you. You ain't gonna have no dealings with nothing. You just gonna you play a major role in the destruction of this place, but you have no dealings with anything.
I got two presets real quick, brothers don't mind. I had one that I had earlier that your call was speaking on, basically saying, well, this is the this is a good way of life, but he's like, no, this is death, because Esau's an authority. Proverbs 14:12, there is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. This is Esau going back to when he was, fucking with Gad. He was telling this moving like this is better than how you got it going on. What that lead to? That led to death. You know, and then real quick, this is back to Jake. Our people. This is what you get because you're trusting in this society. Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel but not of me, and cover with a covering but not of my spirit. They may add sin to sin. That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked in my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Now our people are now fucked up in the head and upset with how Esau's operating. Well, this is what you get, nigga. This is what you get. You wanted this nigga Sleepy Joe in the door so bad. Now look, now you're mad. Now you're pissed. Now you're mad because the gas is high. Now you're mad about the abortions. Now you're mad about this, and the list goes on and on. Well, this is what you niggas went to. This you ran down to the shadow of Egypt asking for help from Pharaoh, and this is what this nigga gave you. You know?
Jake swore that this nigga Sleepy Joe was gonna come in office and the earth was just gonna change.
Right.
They treated this nigga like he was the Messiah.
Right.
On some real shit. They treated Joe Biden like he was the Messiah himself.
They chose the thief back then.
Exactly, yeah. They
the murder.
just like how they did it back then when you have a shot and a murder. Yeah, give us Barabbas. We want Barabbas. That's the mind. These are the brothers. That's why we have to understand, man. These are the same niggas that were back on the planet back then.
Yeah.
The exact same people, the exact same spirit, and the same mannerisms. They're acting the exact if not the same, worse than they were back then.
Right.
These are the same niggas. Give us Barabbas. You know, they cursing Yahweh Shai, spit on them, you know, hit them, beat them, whatever, so on and so. These are the same people, and that's why we don't have. And then on the flip side, they expect us. Yes, we're men of the Lord and we're peaceful men, but they expect us to show some type of remorse or you know somewhere around that sentiment when these niggas get fucked up. Fuck you people, man.
You deserve it.
At the end of the day, we're not concerned with the niggas of the earth. You know,
You
fuck 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. And you got simp ass, bitch ass niggas amongst Israel talking about we need to care about 2/3. You a dumbass nigga. We gonna call it like it is. You a dumbass nigga, man. That don't make any sense. Why would you care about a nigga that don't care about you? Simply put, if it ain't concerning the brotherhood, then fuck you, bro.
and then honestly, the Lord ain't dealing with all of them. The Lord ain't telling you to bring everybody in.
All of Israel is not a Israel. That's the scripture. Everybody want to talk about how much they read, and then you bring up simple things like that. Nobody knows what the fuck you talking about.
I got an example to add to what y'all and I said. When you brought out Isaiah 30, right? Was it 31?
Yeah, they're 30.
The money system, this system of capitalism, capitalize means to take advantage of. These Jakes love this money so much, but it's not worth anything. So then they get all butthurt and all out of their mind when inflation comes in, and they can't buy shit with the money that's not worth anything.
And they're gonna be in the same position that Judas was in, man.
Yeah.
He sold out Yahweh Shai, and then what happened to him? He killed himself.
Right.
He wanted to give it back because he realized it wasn't worth shit. You niggas are selling out Yahweh Shai right now as we speak, and you don't realize it. And then when the time comes, you're gonna want to give the money back, and you can't. Your gold and your silver won't be able to deliver you.
Yeah.
Them shekels ain't gonna be able to help you, man. You're in the same spirit. You sold out Yahweh Shai. You're selling him out right now. And you won't be able to get that money back. You're gonna be in the same exact spirit. Damn, hold on.
Because everybody's
I can't believe I did that. Let me give it back. It's too late.
right.
You took the chip.
Yep. I was just thinking that spirit.
You took the chip. It's too late. You've already sold out Yahweh Shai. Now your Lord and Savior is Esau Edom. And that nigga sold his birthright. So good luck with that, nigga. Good luck. See how far that gets you.
Because everybody's pushing, our people always push to fix your problems is to get your money up. Make a savings account, start a business. What good is that gonna do? We ain't telling you to not get some, have some extra income in, but the point we're making is the problem is you niggas are trusting in that. You're trusting in this bow, where that's Esau's blessing, and you're trusting in his money system, which is also, his this monopoly money. You're trusting all the things of the devil. And what is it leading you? That we just got in Proverbs the 14th chapter. The ways of death. These are leading to ways of death, man. You're chasing a bag of holes. You're not getting anywhere. Big house on the hill with a white picket fence and your wife and children and your little dog Sparky. That ain't the way of life, man. That shit played. That American dream is played out, and it's been bled dry now. The American dream, that's not in people's mindset anymore, man. Like we said earlier, this is survival of the fittest now, man. Niggas is worrying about I need to do whatever I can to get this rent and get food in my fridge. That's niggas' mindsets right now, man. Because this place is deteriorating. Yeah, you got a scripture.
Yeah, Kaya, go ahead. Then or Malachi after that. Then okay. Kaya, lawyer, and then y'all stop. We'll get back into that second Ezra 15.
I'm the same. I really don't have none either.
Okay, shit. Well, Kaya, you got something?
Kanye, I got this.
Sure.
Isaiah 59 verse 15. Yeah, truth felleth, and he that departed from evil, making himself a prey. And Yahweh saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment.
Yeah, the truth faileth. Once you, what that say again, Salaki?
It says, yea, truth felleth, and he that departed from evil, maketh himself a prey.
Yeah, once you depart from evil, you make yourself a prey. And that's what we're doing through the Spirit. We're departing from evil, the evil ways that this earth has brought us in, which is very difficult to do, considering the fact that we're surrounded by wickedness. It's very easy to be wicked in the wicked world. It's hard to be righteous in the wicked world because everything is constantly coming towards you in a certain vibration to where it's oh yeah, you
Hey.
It's an endless amount of baconators everywhere you go. Pepperoni pizza, you got bitches committing adultery easily. It's easy. It's very accessible.
It's a trend.
Go ahead, Kaya. You was gonna say something?
Yeah, you're right. Wickedness is literally at my doorstep. I can walk out to my left. My neighbor's a drug dealer.
Yeah,
it's like he's at my doorstep.
It's right there. It's access. I'm guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? You either work with a nigga or a nigga in the earth that goddamn sells that shit. You have a connect. You have access to this shit on a daily basis. You have to interact with these people. You have to constantly be around these people. They're your family members at times. For brothers that might be up there in age, you might have a grown ass son. That nigga flipping the pack.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Just to answer your point. They had a wing chicken shortage, but as much pork as is consumed in Babylon the Great, there has never been a shortage of pig.
That's ironic as shit. And I'm glad you said that because it doesn't make sense. Like you said, all this pork that's consumed amongst Babylon the Great and the earth, and there's never been a pig shortage. But then it's a chicken wing shortage. We gotta keep emphasizing a chicken wing, not a thigh, not a breast, not the gizzards, the chicken neck, the chicken foot. Hell, nigga got hella foots. You got hella chicken feet. But you ain't got no damn chicken wings. Right. Come on, bro. You know this nigga full of cap. Go ahead, bro.
Matthew chapter 7, verse 13 to 14. Enter ye in at this in red.
Yeah.
Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat.
Yeah, broad is the gate. It's easy to go out and be wicked. That's easy, man. Here, especially here in Babylon the Great. Here it is, and that shows, which we're not lessening the battle that brothers outside of Babylon have to deal with, but we calling it like it is. If you're a man of the Lord, a hopeful man of the elect, and you're in Babylon the Great, there's a constant battle that you have to go through on a daily basis, man. You're constantly surrounded by madness.
Right.
These niggas in these other countries, at least they have somewhat of a common sense. They have somewhat of a moral system. They have things that they live by. They have a code of conduct. But around here, you dealing with your six pack Edomite Joe. Hey man, it's a bad equation, man.
Yeah.
And it's very easy, as the scriptures say, that broad gate. It's very easy to go off, man.
There's the flesh.
Yeah. Then on top of that, we're in the flesh, man.
First nature.
It's enticing, bro.
Yeah.
It literally is enticing.
Because the flesh feels good. Look at how Eve dealt with it back in the garden. What did it say?
She thought it was good.
Yeah.
Pleasing to the eyes.
Yeah, pleasing to the eyes.
He lived in pleasure.
Shit feel good. Shit, fuck it. That's how the flesh that's how the flesh operates. It tells you fuck it. It feels good. This shit is off according to the Lord, but it feels good. It tastes good, as niggas say, for the reasons why they still eat pork and shrimp and shit.
I was trying to say you gotta deny yourself.
Yeah, bro, that flesh is fucking crazy, bro. These are permanent, not permanent, but as of right now, I'll say, these are chains, man, chains of darkness that we're in. Constantly surrounded, shackled the fuck up. You can't when you have prisoners, they only have but so much of a wiggle room. You can't go but so much. You see how they walk in the shackles and shit? They got their ankles locked up and shit. That's how we are in the flesh, man. We're only able to stretch out so far, but through the spirit, hey, Yahweh Shemashai, hey, he allows us to maneuver outside of those chains, man. To where we have a way. Can somebody get that scripture real quick? Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, that's the spirit. Get that real quick, bro. We constantly have a way to get outside of it. Go ahead when you got it.
I know it's in Peter.
I believe. Let me see. It's one of those two.
Make the way to escape.
Yeah.
James.
So like you bear with us. 1 Corinthians 10.
Yeah.
Everybody through. 1 Corinthians 10 and 30. I got it right here. 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. They have no temptation taking you, but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. So you're always going to have a way to escape the temptation that's presented before you, man. And then on top of that, the main point, and the Most High is not going to put you through anything that you yourself through your spirit ain't able to go through. It's going to seem tough. And I will say this too, and I'm speaking to myself, man. Everything ain't going to come in a gift basket. You ask for faith and you ask for endurance, and then it's going to come in a different way. Don't get big-headed because you've mastered dealing with spirits in a different form. You've dealt with spirits in a different form. You've dealt with tribulation in a different form. And the Most High is sending you a different form, and it seems as if you don't know how to deal with it. You know how to deal with it. It's just different. You have to adjust. And don't expect it to constantly be the same, man. It's not going to always be the exact same thing. Yeah, I'm battling, I'm battling demons. For one, nigga, you are a demon. Okay? I'm speaking of niggas in the earth. The rap songs and shit. But you're constantly going to be battling these spirits, man, and it's going to constantly be different. One moment, one phase of your walk, you might be dealing with actually seeing spirits. You master that. Then you go months without seeing the spirit. Yeah, I done mastered that. Whole time you something else fucking you up. And you just docile shit. You don't know what the fuck to do. You know? It's gonna constantly change, bro. Go ahead.
James chapter 1, verse 12 to 16. Blessed is the man that endured temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him.
Yep.
Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God, for God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man. But
Yeah.
every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed.
Yeah,
Then when
so I get go ahead.
then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. Do not err, my beloved brethren.
Yeah, the most high don't cause you to go off. Because the most high it's the spirit. No, nigga, you off. You have to be on. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know. Go ahead.
In that verse, it was key. It said your lust.
Yeah.
So it was your lust. So you saw Big Booty Judy walk by. Guess what? It was your fucking lust at the end of the day. You knew she was married. So the Lord will make you do it. Hey, it was your lust. You seemed like, oh shit. So,
Yeah, and then, you know, like I said, Jacob holler out, you know, it's the spirit. It's the spirit. You gotta watch out for that shit, man. You gotta watch out for that shit. I'm being serious. You gotta watch out for that shit. Jake walking around talking about it's the spirit. Everything bad happened. It's the spirit. No, bro, you're right. It's a spirit, and it's on you, nigga. You off. you're bugging.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
This is Galatians. It's gonna be a little, a little bit. This is Galatians 5, and I started 16. It says, "This I say then, walk in the spirit, and you shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusted against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that you cannot do the things that you would." It says, "But if you be led of the spirit, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, adultery, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High." I got a little bit more to read. It says, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law." And Salakia. It says, "And they that are Mashiachs have crucified the flesh with his afflictions." No, I'm sorry, with his affections and lust. Then it says, "If we live in the spirit, let us also walk in the spirit, and let us not be desirous of vain." I was going to something else, but yeah, that's it. That's what I wanted to get. Basically just goes in to say how, the flesh is contrary to the spirit, but when you have Yahweh Shah, basically you walk in the spirit.
Yeah, we have to constantly walk, and once again, with us being surrounded by wickedness on a day-to-day basis, we have to constantly walk in the spirit, and to roll back into the initial point, because you know how the spirit, it'll jump around, but it's all tying back to the initial point, man.
Mm-hmm.
These things are coming to America pretty soon, and through the spirit, you're gonna have to walk a certain way.
But we're talking about division.
And yeah,
we're part of that too.
Exactly.
We're completely divided from everybody.
Yeah, we people are astounded brothers can vouch. When you tell people, not I go to camp Saturday. No, when you tell people about your lifestyle, and how you operate, they're astounded. They're like, well, how don't you eat pork, my nigga? Like, and it's like,
What's wrong with you?
yeah. They look at you as if there's something wrong with you. But hey, man, we're separated. We have completely removed ourselves from this place, man, from this earth. We are gone. There ain't Lord willing, they ain't no coming back. we have removed ourselves. What's that? Was it John 6? And like starting like the 66 verse, 67 verse.
Where shall we go?
Yeah, where shall we go? We don't have anywhere else to go, man. All we have is Yahweh Shem Shai. We should Khan. That's even better. We shouldn't have anywhere else to go. Now for some Negroes, they do. As for me and my house, it's plan one. That's it. Plan A. Plan one. There's only one plan. Your other plan is death. And it's not a plan. Nobody plans to die.
Right.
Yeah. Nobody plans to die. I'm gonna die today, my nigga. No, what the fuck? No. Nobody plans to die. You got a plan to live, and if that plan don't go through, then it's a wrap for your ass. So we just got one plan. But y'all know you got something?
Nah, I don't.
You all right? We gonna finish on that. Kaya, lawyer, y'all got anything?
No, that's it.
I'm good.
All right, we'll finish out on this 15, and then that'll be it. Huh? You want to get it before or after? All right, go ahead.
Second Ezra chapter 15, starting at verse 17. Well, I gotta get 16. So
Yep.
Second Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and of course their actions shall stand in their power.
Right, we already went into the word sedition. All right, that's that's separation, man. They're gonna constantly be coming against. We're coming into the time where everybody's going to be coming against the power structure of the earth. All right, the laws, if you will. Read the 19, and that'd be it.
Verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Them what was it, blockades?
Checkpoints.
Yeah, checkpoints. Yep. Them checkpoints. Which we seen a prelude of that with the jab. You wasn't able to go to certain cities and shit like that. Nick couldn't even leave the country. These black ass hoes with these weaves talking about some fucking passports. You can't leave the country unless you had a jab. You're through.
Right.
Which they would get it. We talking about Eve, simple ass. But even with niggas, niggas with titties. Go ahead.
Verse 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
All right, you big ass Shaquille O'Neal's ass niggas. All right, they're gonna be afraid. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. Everybody has that American pride, whether they want to believe it or not. Everybody's following the vibration of America, home of the free, land of the brave. Let's see how brave you niggas is, man. See, that's the thing. Everybody, that whole shit with what was that shit? Ukraine. All that shit happened with Ukraine. Everybody talking about pray for Ukraine. What American bravery? Home of the free, land of the brave. Why don't y'all niggas get up and go do something?
Military numbers.
You got bitches in the military that's 4'11". Can't do shit. That ain't no damn warrior.
That's a soccer ball.
That big ass, that dumb ass poster with that white bitch flexing the shit with the fucking red bandana. Right, yeah. We can go to war through. No, you can't, bitch. That shit ain't gonna work.
And honestly, even women that go to the gym every day and get swole, they have a six pack. They still weak as fuck because they're women. Not downplaying saying women ain't, capable of doing things, but going to war, they not capable of that. That's one of the things one of many things that a woman can't handle. She's not going to be able to handle all the bloodshed. She's not going to be able to handle seeing somebody die. She can't. She get a little scrape. The woman already hurt as fuck and crying and all types of shit. I can't do this no more.
We're downplaying the ideology that America has put upon you women. You believe that you can do everything, but you can't.
Trying to help you.
And yeah, we're trying to help you,
Trying to help
bitch.
you from going to die.
You know, goddamn. I seen a video earlier. This bitch ran over a squirrel. She crying for like a minute and a half of a video. You know, yeah, you care about the animals, bitch. Get out the road. What the fuck are you doing? Go ahead, though, bro.
Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 19.
Yep.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
No pity upon his neighbor. That nigga Earl is not gonna fuck with you that day, bro. You know, when you was able to go to his house and get sugar, and you know, when you come over for the barbecue, ain't no more July the 4th.
Popping Miller Lights and shit.
Yeah, right. Miller Light. Nigga got a big ass pack of Bud Light. Yeah, boy, yeah, Bud Ice.
Cool. Coors Light.
Coors. You know, he got the biggest bottle of Jack Daniels you seen in your life. Yeah, right. The regular one.
Got the apple one.
Right, big ass bottle of Jack Daniels apple. You know, that nigga ain't gonna care about you no more, bro. Go ahead.
Especially when the bottle runs empty.
Right.
Really? So
it just hit me harder because in that time it's gonna be no holds barred, bro. Like
it's not gonna be a reason.
Niggas in that day, niggas are gonna literally do anything and everything to somebody that the Spirit of the Lord is not dealing with you. If the Spirit of the Lord is not dealing with you, bro, I can't even imagine what is going to happen to you. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they'll just go for anything.
Right.
And that's the thing, and that's why through the Spirit we're going to be defended, because the scriptures talk about when the ways of a man is pleasing unto the Lord, he maketh even his enemies at peace with him. Roughly paraphrasing. So we're continuing to please Yahweh Shema Shai. Guess what? Even in those days, as wicked as it's going to be, as destructive as it's going to be, you know, here it is. We're reading scriptures about the cities being troubled, houses being destroyed, all right, spoiling the goods. But in those days, we're going to be defended because we're pleasing Yahweh Shema Shai. Lord willing, we those men. Go ahead and finish that, bro.
Exodus chapter 15, verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. That's why these things are going to be occurring on the earth. Because of the famine. Okay? We're constantly speaking about that. Like this nigga said, a shortage on chicken wings. Imagine a shortage on chicken in general. You know, pork. And really, they're creating these shortages. These aren't actual shortages. These things are created. This nigga got bored and said, I'm going to stop pushing out a certain product. Like chicken wings. Even though there's a whole chicken. You know. But we're going to shortage the chicken wings. This is why these people are going to act this certain way, man. When, like, you know, we started out earlier. You know, every time there's a lack of something, you know, or it's a rare item, hey, people do all types of manners of affairs for that. Black Friday, you know, it's 10 70-inch TVs, $150. Niggas gonna get stabbed over that. Niggas get stabbed over, you know, y'all and I know you know about it. The sneaker releases, certain sneaker releases.
Yeah, you see, it doesn't happen anymore.
Not no more. But it used.
2010, like 2015, it was really bad.
Nigga got shot over some phone posits.
Yeah,
Here it is. That nigga that who's over the phones? Well, Nike, but who?
Nike phones.
Ain't that nigga that Penny Hardaway or some shit?
They have the Penny Hardaway phone.
Right.
Yeah, it's Penny.
If it's him, whoever the fuck created it.
He's got a couple amount of shoes.
Yeah, here it is. This nigga at the crib with a martini, and the nigga is dying over his shoe. Don't got no care in the world.
You think Michael Jordan don't even want Jake wearing?
Yeah, him too.
He wanted Esau to wear his shoes. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what he
And
wanted.
that nigga, he locking your ass up, and he don't want you wearing your sneakers, nigga. But go ahead, bro. Get your definition. We'll close out on that.
Second Ezra 15, those verses that we just read is going to help usher in martial law. So this is martial law in the Black's Law Dictionary, the 8th edition. It says the military assumes control perpetuity until civil authority can be restored. A body of firm, strictly enforced rules that are imposed because a perception by the country's rulers that civil government has failed or might fail to function. It
Now,
says,
if I may add, that it's a setup because once they're gonna have the president back down, basically a prelude of what's going on in Sri Lanka that's coming to America. They say basically if the president is no longer in control, they use the military to bring into control. You know,
Yeah.
but really these elites, the presidents, they don't have no control at all anyway. They're just puppets.
They got to go through Congress to get things approved.
Yeah, certain laws that they've written down, they can't even instantly get approved. This nigga Biden even said he didn't even know what the hell he was signing. Brothers, what am I signing? This nigga, these niggas don't even know what the hell is even going on. These niggas are just ready to have a pen in their hand and then just drop a signature. But go ahead, Salaki.
continuing on, it says martial law is usually imposed when the rulers foresee an invasion, insurrection, economic collapse, or other breakdown of the ruler's desired social order.
Mhm.
Then there's an excerpt. It says martial law is the public law of necessity. Necessity calls it forth. Necessity justifies its exercise, and necessity measures the extent and degree to which it may be employed. So when you see all this pandemonium and all this insurrection, sedition, uprising going out across the world, and your police can't control it. Your they have those people that make what citizens arrest. Your neighborhood watch.
Yeah.
They with Karen and all these people when they can control what's going on out in the streets because the money is failing. They can't. Police are out. There's not enough police on staff to answer the 911 call. When you can't go to the store and get your freaking Similac and your apple juice, it's gonna, that's gonna be the necessity that calls for martial law, which is to regulate the civilians, man. Regulate your behavior in Esau society. So you're not gonna be out here just doing all being buck wild. But continuing on, it says that necessity is no formal, artificial, legalistic concept, but an actual and factual one. It is a necessity of taking action to safeguard the state against insurrection, riot, disorder, or public calamity. That's it on that.
Come. So, hey man, at the end of the day, Slovakia, it's coming to a city near you. And Americans need to be prepped for this, man. And us as brothers, we need to be prepped as well through the spirit for these things to come to pass, man. Okay, so hey, with that, man, we're gonna go ahead and close it out. All right, Lord's will. This is edifying to the elect, you brothers and few sisters. Damn, Slovakia, few sisters out there watching. Goddamn hiccups. Before we close, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh. Hey, once again, double honors be unto the apostles and the elders, a great millstone who rule well, taught us this truth. Peace, much love, salutation to those for elect. Hey, shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.